Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, and name Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last word of our slow tongue. And I say Barakathum to the elders, Wa'akim, Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news update. And this is bring out a couple of news articles of the M.O.T.B news update as of September 22nd, 2024 on this Sunday morning. And this is a news article from CEPR, and this was published like a day ago. Yeah, this is from CEPR.org, from the Vault U Common Financial and FinTech Monetary Policy. This is published by Nikola Lushka Nokolishiel and Alejandro Samara Perez as of September 21st, 2024, and it reads, it says, consumer demanding for central bank digital currency as a means for payment. What factors could drive a transactional demand for central bank digital currency? This column analyzes the payment survey data to arrive at a framework for understanding the role of adoption of the frictions and design strategies and the shape demand for such a currency. The result of the analysis shows that while consumers may initially prefer to use more traditional payment methods, a design tailor-read to their specific needs could significantly increase uptake of a central digital bank currency. Rising awareness of capitalizing on network effects could also boost demand. It says central banks are at various stages in investigating and developing central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs alongside cash. While cash is losing ground to digital private banking methods, the role of the public money payment means crucial. The potential implication of a society where without public payment having been a topic of debate, highlighting concerns and about maintaining its key role in payments. In the digital era, these discussions have resurfaced in central bank and academia. The Euro system is now preparing for a potential development of a digital euro alongside cash. The use of its declining. One of the main motivations for introducing of the CBDC is consolidating the role of the public money as an anchor of the monetary system. Large and Pinto of 2022, a sentiment is not confined to the euro era in 2022. The Bank of International Settlement conducts a survey of 86 central banks, which revealed the main reason of an introduction of the CBDC to enhance payment efficiencies and safety. Klosh and M.O.T.B of 2023, central banks' ongoing efforts towards the CBDC reflects global momentum and interest in the future of public money and payments. While their consolidatory interest in issuing the CBDCs, one challenge lies in striking the right balance between too much and too little consumers' demand. Alhert AL 2022 intense research has already tackled situations in which the CBDC might become too popular, potentially underlining the banking system. Sims AL 2022 and AMS Master AL 2024. However, much research has gone to ensure there is significant interest in a CBDC or to be used as a regular means of payment. Despite the universal to any CBDC, this challenge has been identified of the quality assessed in the Euro era. Blind C, the ETAL 2021, Patedia 2022, and Kentar Public 2022. And this column draws Nicola and Zamora Perez 2024, who will shed further light on this too little scenario. using a model based of a survey data will qualitatively examine some of the potential drives and barriers to CBDC adoption and discuss strategies to overcome this obstacle. Assessing potential transactional demand for CBDC. Advances in the digital payment landscape is underscoring the importance of understanding the extent which consumers might use the CBDC as a new form of digital currency. The need for comprehensive data consumers' current payment methods. To the end, the studies on the payment attitudes of consumers in the euro era space collects surveys data on the current consumers' behavior and preference concerning the payment methods. The ECBD 2022, the 22 edition of the space, spans 17 euro area countries with 400,000 respondents. The survey includes the diary in which respondents recorded that their transactions respectively means of payment, together with the questionnaire asking them to rank different payment instruments towards their most important attributes, such as a transactional speed convenience. Using the data of basic of models, we study how consumers' choices are related to central preference for such attributes of payments instruments. We simulate the CBDC that resembles existing means of the payment, assessing the transactional demands for it. Payment methods, including the CBDC, are distilled in various attributes encompassing features like easy of use, transaction speed, and safety. Additionally, we exploited consumers' preference for features such as the budgeting, usefulness, privacy protection. Comparing these attributes while familiar benchmarks such as cash, cards offers a framework for exploring different designs of CBDC. Right, because you do have different phases of CBDC as well too, so that makes a lot of sense. This is the end. It is important to differentiate between the adoptions and the use with discussing upticks of new payment methods. We cannot assess novel payments technologies like the CBDC on the same playing field and entrenched methods like cash and cards. First, there is an adoption phase. This when the consumers decide to include a new payment method in their repository, if I pronounce that right. But method, adopting a payment does not necessarily transition into it regularly. For instance, some customers might prefer the idea of the CBDC and choose to adopt it. But if they have deeply ingrained habits of using cash, they might not use the CBDC often in practice. Evidence of the drivers of the demand for the CBDC as means of payment. Key among the strategies that central banks may consider addressing those factors that the drive of the CBDC adoption may identify three potential drivers designed to alignment of the consumer preference, effective information of this mentionation of leveraging network effects for emerging payment technologies. For a start, the CBDC design's attributes can heavily influence how attract it use. Our study suggests that the CBDC could influence by merging perceived top qualities of cards like speeding transactions of easy of use with the benefits of cash, such as tracking expenses, preserving privacy. The left panel figure of one offers a glimpse into a potential impact of the CBDC tailored to consumer preference. Compared with one, this is not wild and essential to view these findings in active, indicative results rather than fixed outcome. Gives the interplay of various factors. The figure does seem suggest that a well-designed CBDC will enjoy substantial adoptions and regular use. Figure 1 indicates the results of a central bank strategist influence in CBDC adoption and usage. Right, the usage-wise statistics look like that's a 1.8 scale to like a 2.4, 2.3 usage. It says effectiveness of it, information. Right, that's a data sheet right here, shows the statistics of it. Rating of change adoptions, use, shares, and baseline. Right, the adoption look like that's a 1.8 3, and the other one's like a 1.1 or 1.2 of the adopted and the uses of the statistic data shows. It says second, ensuring that have the right information can make it easier for them to embrace the the new payment methods such as the CBDC. Ain't gonna read all the rest of that. That's a long survey article that they brung out. So it's mostly like a survey article. So Salakia for that. Europe CBC Lab ongoing experience and their impact. It says retailers of the CBDC lose team Canada and Australia pivot the whole to wholesales. It says Bank of Korea to launch the CBDC payment trails in supermarkets. I remember I read this previously, so I guess this is a new update of it. This is from Bitcoin .news, and it reads, it says Bank of America, I mean not Bank of America, I meant to say Bank of Korea to launch the CBDC payment trials in supermarkets. This is published by Kevin Helms of BitcoinNews.com as of September 22nd, 4:30 EST time 2024. It says the South Korea Central Bank, the Bank of Korea, will soon allow participants to use digital tokens for payments at supermarkets and convenience stores in a central digital bank currency. The CBDC trial, starting in December, 100,000 participants will be part of the test. Retail's partnership and global initiatives like Project Orgola, if I pronounced that right, highlighted the borders of impact of this digital shift. It says the Bank of Korea of the CBDC token trials to launch in December. The Bank of Korea, BOK, South Korea's central bank will allow selected participants to use digital tokens converting from bank deposits for payments as a domestic supermarket convenience stores starting in December. The Korean Times reported Friday. Cited sources. This initiative part is a large central digital bank currency of the CBC to test conducts and in collaboration with 6 major commercial banks. Under the plot, 100,000 participants will be able to use deposit tokens, which function similar to vouchers, for purchase at various retail outlets. The Bank of Korea, which is a BOK, will issue a wholesale CBDC to banks, which convert into deposit tokens for consumers to use select to use select retail locations. I meant to say the trial aims to assess whether the CBDC can improve or replace the existing process, where banks can use their deposits as central bank for transactions and settlements and project bills on a planned initial outline October as the part of the push for the digital economy. Participants are performing a partnership with retailers developing digital platforms to easy, smooth implementation. NH Nagar Yip Bank is evolving the subsidiary, if I pronounce that right, of Handiwar Mart, while other banks are negotiating with major convenience stores and supermarkets to join. The Bank of Korea is part of a project of Algebra, a global initiative exploring a tokenized of cross-border payments, which includes 6 major Korean banks, a banking industry officials told the publication. Yep, another sign of cashless society, another sign of this digital payments, another sign of fast, contactless fast payment. It says 4 Japanese banks participating in the International Digital Currency Project. And this is from ArabNews.jp. Yep, it says 4 Japanese banks participating in the International Digital Currency Project. Four Japanese banks are among over 40 commercial financial institutions participating in the international demonstration to test for cross-border payments of digital currency, led by the Banks for International Settlements. The Project Aruga, as the International Public-Private Project is called, is aimed to expanding the international money transfer, cutting costs, enhance transparency. In April, the BIS announced the launch of the project. Yeah. Birthday present status. Love it. That's all right. Oh yeah. Oh, he fell away. Bert said it's gonna come. Bert's like I'm gonna find other alternative ways. It says in April, the BIS announced the launch of the project involving several banks, including the Bank of Japan, Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and British, France, and South Korean Central Bank. Last week, the BIS announced the participant of the private international institution, saying that those involved will now begin the design phase of the project. Visa is DC Pay partner to facilitate of the digital currencies. It says the IMF status proposed the REDI framework to catalyze CBDC adoptions. This is from Coin. This is from Cointelegraph, The Future of Money. And this was published by Arjati Sharakar. If I pronounce his name right. This was published 6 hours ago by him. And, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think it's gonna be stopping. It's gonna stop pouring down a little bit around like after 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Yeah, that's gonna be a minute because it's still early as heck. I walked outside like, damn, I bet the Burp's like, oh heck, you know. Slocky. Hold on for a second. It says the IMF staff proposed a REDA framework to catalyze CBDC adoptions. The IMF staff members have introduced a high-level 4-stage framework emphasizing regulations of the educational designs incentives to enhance the CBDC adoptions. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF staff members have issued a guide for policy makers and banking institutes on to increase the uptake of the central digital bank currencies of the CBDC globally. The IMF used the central bank digital currency adoptions and closing strategies for intermediaries and users paper on September 21st. It says the paper recommend implementing exclusive strategics for intermediaries and end users. It introduced a high-level program. I'm going to say a high-level framework and regulations and educations and deployment of initiatives, the REDI, to help spur the CBDC adoptions. According to the IMF staff work, successful the CBDC adoption will require proactive strategic policies and design choices that benefits end users and the military. Therefore, they urge central banks to focus on the stakeholder engagement. the R, which is a regulation, educational design, employment. That's what the REDI stands for. The framework is co-located by the IMF staff members to help central digital bank currency improve the CBDC adoptions in their respective countries. Yep, so that's another sign of the fully adoption of the CBDC. Yep, Louisiana state government accepts the first cryptocurrency payment. Right, another sign of a cashless society. See some more CBDC news. Slovakia. It says a global surge in CBDC development, 120, 134 countries now exploring digital currency. It says, oh, that's a different news article. It says Australia committed to develop digital currency, the CBDC. It says consumers and merchants educations are the key for better adoptions. The CBDC in India says the BCG UK Konyo uh, Ja- John Nachi, if I pronounce his name right. And this is the book of Revelations. This is the book of Revelations 13, verse 16. And it calls all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEADS. Right, so if you're upper class or lower class of the economical spectrum of all the riches of the planet Earth, this is what they're going to make fully mandatory in order for you to buy or sell, in order to function in today's society. Because everything, is digital, fast payment, contactless payments is only going to continue to improve. It's only going to continue to go forth. And that's going to be the new form of currency in order to buy or sell. So it's already here. And a lot of people was able to take it and gladly to take it in right now. What's that technology that they want to fully implement the right palm of your hand and the upper part of your body as well too, in order to buy or sell. As we entering the increasing phase of the full mandatory throughout the whole planet Earth of this digital dollar, digital money, digital ID, digital currency, digital banking, because everything is digital with this latest technology in modern day times. And this is going to be a new form of way of living, a new form of way of in order to buy or sell, a new form of way to do transactions. If you don't have the RFID and the CHIP that they want you to store in your body, you won't be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to function in society. This is what they're pushing for. That's why you're seeing all these businesses, these different companies, and these corporations in these different countries throughout the whole planet Earth using their, they're using the CBDC phase trial. You know, and that's just a further step as they getting closer and closer. All the countries of the planet Earth, getting closer to the central digital bank currency of this cashless society in order to buy or sell. In 134 countries so far, like the idea of the CBDC phase, that's what they're leaning towards to. Revelations 13 verse 16, and the calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEADS. Revelations 13 verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the charagma or the name of the BEASC or the number's name. Right, so in order for you to buy or sell, You got to know that M-A-R-K of this B-E-A-S-T, or the number of his name. You know, the M.O.T.B, the R-F-I-D, and the C-H-I-P of this caste of society. Revelations 13 and verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him have understanding. Count the number of the B-E-A-S-T, for it is the number of a man. His number is SIX 303 score and SIX. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of this recent news of the M.O.T.B news updates as of September the 22nd, 2024 on this Sunday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his only begotten.
Calm down a little bit.
Oh,
If you come back with so I don't get wet on
yeah.
all in the shit.
Wait a minute, I ain't got no umbrella on me. One shot. Wait a minute. It's all right for the jogging rain. It's all right. Hell no.
Right for clothes and shoes.
Get soaking wet without no shoes on. Yeah, soak wet. So with that, Salakia about that. I was talking to my brother. So with that, once again, like I mentioned before, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the M.O.T.B news update as of September the 22nd, 2024 on this Sunday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Ba'Shem, in the name of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash all the time. Until next time, I will say Shalom.